Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Vicky from England, but living in Korea. Today I'm showing you a little slice of my life. I've recently received lots of messages from my followers on Instagram to share more vlog type videos, so I thought I'd give it a go. These days the weather has been getting warmer, and with that brings festivals and night markets around my city. My husband says the night markets in particular remind him of his childhood. It's nice to know that some things in life don't seem to change that quickly. We had a good walk around and enjoyed some traditional Korean treats. One of my all-time favorites is hotdog, which is a donut-like pastry with a sweet syrup and nutty center. Although I like to eat it all year round, it's especially tasty and comforting during the winter time. I wanted to show you this eating and drinking area, which is called a 포장마차 in Korean. When I first saw it, I thought it was only a small space, but surprisingly, it went much further back and had room for so many people. Grabbing some food and beer with friends in a 포장마차 is one of my favorite things to do on a night out. I highly recommend it. It's another day and I'm heading out to the local library to do some Korean study. Buddha's birthday is coming up soon, so many cities and of course temples around Korea are decorated with colorful lanterns. Apparently, Jogesa Temple in Jongno looks beautiful right now with all the decorations. It was my first time visiting this library, and on the way I spotted a park. I was really curious, so I went down to take a closer look. I absolutely love the colors of the azaleas that are blooming at the moment, and this single white one really stands out like a little snowflake. I think it's great that the local government provides spaces like these for anyone to use. I must admit, I'd never seen so many people walking in such an orderly fashion around a running track before. But then I spotted the signs: lanes for walking, speed walking, and running. Koreans, especially older Koreans, really seem to take fitness seriously, and I find that very admirable. I walk quite a lot on a weekly basis due to all the stamp tours I go on, but I could really get into rollerblading. It looks like so much fun. Okay, time for coffee at my favorite affordable franchise. I know. It's basic, but I actually enjoy the taste and it doesn't hurt my wallet. Their cafe latte really hits the spot for me. I spent around 2 hours in the library reviewing the previous day's vocab and grammar before transcribing an article about mobile phone use in Korea. I then did some reading, made a note of new words, and asked ChatGPT to generate some sentences for me to practice translating into Korean. Okay, it's the next day and I'm up early to study again. I tend to go through phases where I'm hyper motivated when it comes to studying, so much so that I sometimes struggle to sleep thinking about what I'll learn the next day and what new articles or TV shows I'll be able to unlock with my newfound knowledge. For today's coffee, I picked an unmanned coffee shop. These are very popular in Korea at the moment. It's usually a tiny space with a few tables and chairs and an automatic coffee machine. There's even a TV in this one and cute stuffed animals and trinkets. I think these spaces are an introvert's paradise. And the quality of the coffee, at least in this one, is actually pretty good. I love spring mornings in Korea. The air is crisp and the temperature is just right. I often pause when out walking to listen to the birds sing and admire the flowers. I recently moved to a place that's near a mountain, so now I hear magpies chirping during the day and frogs ribbiting at night. It feels so good to be closer to nature than surrounded by concrete and the constant sound of the delivery drivers on their mopeds arriving and departing. Back at home, I get my study space ready. My books are spread out all over the apartment, much to my husband's chagrin, I assume, as I'm constantly shifting between the sofa, the table, and my bed while studying. Today, I focused a lot on transcribing. It's a study technique that I've noticed has really helped not only my writing skills to improve, but also my ability to think in Korean. I feel like I'm doing both a lot quicker and more accurately than before. So, although this technique is quite laborious, it's something I'm happy to grind. If you'd like me to make a dedicated video about it, please let me know in the comments. It's lunchtime and I fancy making some kimbap and eating it outside. There's an azalea festival going on nearby and I want to enjoy the weather, pretty flowers, and joyful atmosphere. It's a lovely case of serendipity that my husband and I just happened to move to an area that has such a lovely park nearby and that it has one of the biggest azalea festivals in the region. My jaw literally hit the floor as soon as I saw the stunning bushes of blooming azaleas stretching out as far as the eye can see. There's also a lovely artificial waterfall. I'm glad I decided to come and eat outside. I had such a lovely time eating my homemade food and reading my book. I'm immeasurably happier living here than where we were before. That's all for now. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!